Okay, so I just wrote, oh, oh, okay, I just wrote them down. And I just wrote from the sun to Mars because those are more like interpersonal relationships. I feel like if you go outside of that, that's going to get more like into like a bigger sense of things. And I think we want to keep it like a bit more contained. And it's also just more digestible in this way. But, so, oh, I love how I fucking, oopsies. Um, anyways, I know that this one's yours. Um, Okay. So with the sun, Pisces and Leo are fun. Like I think that's cute. I think it's a cute placement. Both, Pisces has that kind of like little like dream moment, little fun. Like, they know how to have fun, and same with Leos. I feel like they have a really good like playful energy. It's nothing like crazy and it's nothing like hard and like boom. Like both of these signs I feel like play very like, whimsical games, and it's not really opposing each other. I think it could be working with each other. But I can also see it being a little bit of like a little bit like maybe too much sometimes. I think maybe like some some like could be put in there, but not like a lot. Like not like, well, there's this and this. No, this is overall like a great like moment for y'all. And then with the moon, Aries and Cancer, uh, this to me is very childish with, I feel like, emotions. I feel like this can get very stereotypical really quick. And what I mean by that is it can get super like, just like you've seen this relationship have these problems before. And because you have Aries, these are Aries and Cancers are very like, they act upon different things, but I think they act upon it very quickly. Cancer has the knowledge of emotions, which that's you. And so I think, you're not going to be looking for, you're not going to be looking for, um, you're not going to be looking for like the, why, like, you did this, it makes, like, and it, like, and I don't, like, you did this and I don't like that. It's more of, you made me feel this way and I don't like that. And I feel like Aries might not have time for that talk and for that, like, I feel like Aries is just going to be like explosion and won't give you that, like, emotional, like, hey, I'm, like, I know me, I can manage my emotions, but you need to like not blow up your emotions because it impacts mine and it makes me feel like this. And that's what it is with cancers. It's not you did this and I don't like that. It's you made me feel like this and that's why I don't like it. And I feel like same can kind of go with Aries. Aries kind of has like a like spark and then they like quickly burn out. And I feel like this is like emotions like with Aries. So like at 3 minutes, sorry if this is long, but Aries is just such a like, a little bit of a child, a little bit of a blow up. They, can do, and that can be overwhelming, especially for someone that needs to navigate all of that like feeling at once. And I feel like that can be very hard because, Cancer has like a great grasp on emotions, but I think it can get very overwhelmed, especially with a powerhouse like Aries, can get very overwhelmed by like a blow up, a dispute or something. But I think it can definitely be worked through because Cancer does have that knowledge. If you act very like mature and let the Aries blow up and give them time to recoup and then talk to them, that is like the like saving grace on your part of this relationship or of this like partnership. And if Aries gives you time and like, or gives itself time and, focuses on keeping the explosion into like a little bit of a pop rock or whatever those things are that you throw into the pavement, um, if they give like a little spark and then they're like, oh, hold on, and they like organize how they're, and give it to you straight, but not like fucking straight like a spear into your heart, but like if they give it to you straight and like not all at once, gradually straight on a conveyor belt, I feel like this could work out. it just needs maturity. And I think Cancer and Aries are very like youngy, kind of like, to me they give me like young energy. They give me like and that's not bad, because it's like it's very like it's fun. It's, and same with Leo and Pisces, like it's fun because of that. But when we get into like, earth signs a bit, and like some earth signs and some other water signs, you kind of get some older energy. That's just my feeling. That's like not like a zodiac thing, but like that's just how I feel about them. So they're very youngy signs. So if you have some mature like perspectives on them, then it can get really good. But just because it's in the moon sign, and emotionally developed people are very like like it's a given. No, I'm joking. It's something learned. And so, yeah, so yeah, I think it could work if, and same with a lot of this, it's not yes or no. It's very like meshed, but it can definitely work. Sorry, I'm like making this so long. You're probably like, bitch. Anyways, um, now Mercury, this is how we communicate and talk. And this I think is like crucial into like flowing with people, because I think Mercury is like you can get you can get talkative, and you can touch on certain parts, and even if you have opposite parts, I think Mercury thrives on that, because it's like you can see the difference and talk about, oh, this, this about this, and I know this about this, and it all like ties back into one thing. So with them having a Pisces Mercury, I feel like any water Mercuries tend to get super like, their conversations tend to get like, and same with you have water Mercury, and I think it can be messy but fun, just because water Mercuries tend to hold like a conversation like a pond, or like a body of water. It's usually spilling like onto the shore, or going into a stream, into another set of like, intricate streams and ponds. So I think it can get very like lost, and like, maybe there's not like foundational conversation, but I think that there's so much like tide and streams, especially with you two both being water signs, um that it can get good. And I really like the Pisces Cancer matchup here. I feel like Pisces is very intuitive, and conversations might be a bit more like spiritual, not like spiritual, but like super like, kind of like, I don't know how I want to say it, like super like metaphysical, if you will. And I feel like Cancer understands that, and Cancer's like, yeah, because Cancer's about like that like emotional rule, like, and like that protectiveness. So it's like I feel like they understand what like Pisces gets across, like tries to get across, and it's like, no, like I know what you're talking about, like kind of like in that like, I don't know, I feel like Cancer's in that metaphysical world too, with like understanding their emotions well, especially with your Cancer moon. You definitely understand your emotions well. You definitely like can express how you know that, and express certain feelings that Pisces like understands, because they're so like into that metaphysical world, and into like worlds outside of like touch and like stuff you can't grab. They understand that, and so does Cancer. So I think conversations there, and understanding each other there and that point, really can like mesh well. Yeah, I think this is a good placement. With Venus, this is love. And we got another Aries Cancer moment with Venus. And it's just these signs, I really need them to like be like solid. Like I can't like, nah, like it's just, I think this, yet again with Venus, I feel like Aries Venus wants something that's passionate, like let's go, woo woo woo. You can tend to find that with Aries and Venus, that they want to like kind of like, they want something new. They always want to start something, They always want something that's like gonna give them more like, more of like a, it's like the start of something, like the rise of the roller coaster in the like stomach, like ooh, or like trying something new, like a new food or something, and falling in love with it. They love the new, like, and it makes sense because Aries has the horns, and they push through the fucking zodiac. They start the zodiac. Of course they love beginnings. And same with Cancer in this sense too, because I'm pretty sure Cancer is a cardinal sign, and they kick off their season. So I feel like the startup things are very fun and very lovey, And I would just be cautious of that, but also like use that to your advantage. If you guys are both like keen on startups, and I feel like Cancer is a bit different with their startup, but if meaning in the sense of like, I think that they love like new like people to put in between their claws, and they love like putting care to someone new, and like like in figuring out how they are and all the things they love about them, and all the things they care about of them, and all the things that they can like, like I feel like they love adding to like, their protective circle, and finding people that can like really like sit like in their like arms of their claws, and like, and be protected, and be like, but also like they find security and like having these people around them. So they love finding new people like that, and they don't lack those people because they're always making new like connections and stuff like that, because they're not afraid to start something up. So but yeah, with these two starting up, I can see a good like, and especially in Venus, definitely great talking stage, probably like, maybe a bit witty, maybe a bit like not like maybe a bit like sibling like, in the sense of like playing off of you, like, oh well, like, kind of that sense where it's like, oh fuck you like, kind of like that, like little childish moment. But I think the startup is really easy. It flows well because, you guys are both looking to start up something. It's just keeping it interesting, and keeping it, always having something new, always having a new thing to do, I think is beneficial here. And I think it's almost needed here because these signs can get bored. I feel like, especially in Venus is, it's hot. Like, let's keep it hot. Like, I think you got to keep you got to keep putting the temperature up. But that isn't to say that, oh, you're always gonna have to keep doing that. I just think it's gonna be something that's like needed. Like, it's not like, oh, I can give him a break and blah, blah. No, like, make something fun, make something new. It's obviously not gonna last throughout the whole relationship where you're always having to balance and keep the fucking burner on high. But I think it's definitely like something that's gonna be needed, like through a big, like through like, like chapters of relationships, or like chapters of the relationship. And for Mars, now this is like desires, not like desires, but like kind of like what your goals are, like what the fuck do you want to do. And Capricorn Mars, that is for like whoever the other person is. But Capricorn Mars, very like, they know, like they, maybe with all these Pisces placements, and I don't know, but I think they could kind of be wishy-washy, but not really, because they have some Aries placements to balance out those Pisces placements, and I will get back onto that. But I think they know what they like, what their goals are. I think they like, they find security in their goals. I think that they like love them. Like, I just like think that they like them. I think that they like love having goals. It makes them feel good. It makes them like, it feels like they're doing something when they complete a goal or complete a task. Like, it feels literally like wealthy to them. I also think that they're also persistent people on like whatever they're working on. Definitely not like but with these Aries placements can kind of burn out a bit more, but I feel like they have a lot more longevity, and have a good commitment. So what I will say, with back to that Venus thing, with that having to keep the burner on really high, what I will say about that is maybe not, like, yes, but like, if like, and same with you having an Earth Mars, I think you guys, this is really good. This is really good, because it's like, with all of this like start, like, all of this like, I feel like there's just a lot of like just new energy, and like, a bit of like youthful energy here, which can kind of like just like get sour kind of quickly and not have a lot of longevity. These placements matter so much to the longevity. They matter so much to like who you are and how you guys, I feel like, can stick. And I think that Virgo loves Capricorn's like organization and like just like loves their like steadiness, but you can also pick on them for that and stuff like that, and I think that that's unnecessary. Not saying you do, but that's what Virgos do. They tend to pick out and pick on people for like their things and stuff like that. So make sure like when you're talking about goals or, you know, trying to approach something differently, don't pick on them or be overly critical on how they're doing their things. Just know that they're doing them, and like, or just know, or just find clarity that they're doing them, and that's it. And so yeah, so yeah, the Capricorn Mars, steady workers, and I feel like Virgo kind of has that same thing. You both are earth signs, you know, like this is gonna be very like mm, mm, mm. And I feel like you're going to be very critical on your work and what you do, and very like attention to detail. And that's what Virgo is also about. But very like, you know, like I think that you care about the little details, and make sure that like the person that, you know, this like the other person on this side, you're here, make sure that this person doesn't make sure that you don't feel over like you're like you have all these little fine details. Just make sure that they have the bullets that you're looking for, and if they don't have the little fine details underneath the bullet point, that's okay. Let that be, because like the fact that they have a bullet list is nice already. So I think and I think they might also like be looking for you to have a bullet list and not all these like small little things. They might be looking for broader things from you, and you might not know yet, but you might know what is like now, and what like the little things of now and what you want now, and they might be pre-planning ahead of time or whatnot, and that might be scary to you, but um I think that's how they find like security, and that's how that's their blanket, and that's how they feel like, ooh, like I feel warm. So yeah, so definitely like um you know, don't like just this placement can have a bit of a misunderstanding, but overall I think it's the same of with like a Pisces Cancer placement. You guys are in the same element. You understand that elemental like that elemental moment of like being earth signs and being like do like rock. But I think there's really good understanding here, and I think that um like I just think that like this is like almost like the backing of all of what I just said, or all of these signs or all of these placements I previously talked about. This is the backing, this is the holding of all of this water and fire, and yet again on their side, water and fire. I think that this earth was needed like to push and hold all the fire and water, because, and I'm glad that they're at the same part so that they work as a union to hold the like the sun, moon, and Mercury, Venus. They hold both of your guys's up, and I think it's great that they're at the same place, because when they're at the same place, not here or here, they can oh oh but when they're here at that fucking Mars, they hold it together. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Also, I just thought I'd bring this up. I haven't done a lot of research into this, but like I'm seeing they have Pisces, Aries, Pisces, Aries. Aries is the start of the zodiac. Mars, or not Mars. Uh, Aries is the start of the zodiac. Pisces is the end of it. So it's like, what, like I don't know, like start finish start finish start finish, very like weird to me. I don't know, I don't know too much about this person, but I would just kind of look for that, like that start finish. Are they starting finish, you know, kind of start finish, because it's interesting that in your big placements you have the like the ender, the person that closes off the zodiac sign, and the person that starts it, the person that ends it, person that starts it, I wonder how that plays. Is that versatile? Is that sustainable? Does that hold longevity? Or, is it just a constant rebirth? Like, what is it? Like, I wonder if they're constantly changing their hair, the way they look, I wonder if they're starting something and ending another thing, or, ending two things and starting one, or, I don't know. It's just something to look for, because I think that's just like, I don't know. It's just cool that you have, like, I see that this person has a Pisces Aries kind of thing. So start end thing. So, I don't know. That doesn't matter too much about the compatibility, but I would just be keen about that, because like what does that, like, and just kind of like look and see if that, like, maybe something I'm saying, or maybe you see kind of like, oh, that kind of makes sense for their, like, I don't know, flip-floppy hot cold moment. I don't know. So I don't know, I would just look into that, and maybe, like, I don't know. But yeah, and yeah, that's what I have to say. Sorry, this is 20 minutes long. It literally is.